Right, coffee club. Has anyone got any jokes? Can anyone take inappropriate jokes? Go on. I think Neve's last one was great about nuts. Um, is Neve quickly Googling jokes?
I am going to get a couple of jokes, but all of mine are quite rude.
Go on, Ian. Go on. We're going to do
let Neve go first, and she can set the rudeness bar, and then I can decide.
No, because I'm a lady, Ian.
I haven't kicked anyone out of Coffee Club ever, so.
The thing is, the danger is now sort of over.
Go on, Ian. We're all friends here.
We've built this up to.
If this is really bad, I can crop it, and it'll only stay between us.
Well, okay, it's not one of my jokes. It's one I saw from Gary Delaney on YouTube.
Okay.
And it's not a joke about Nando's. It's a fact that apparently the area in Nando's between the front door and the back door is called the perineum.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dear, Rob, come on.
That's my Sunday ruined.
Brilliant. Thanks. Joe just missed that.
You have to repeat it now.
Do you want to repeat it, Ian?
No. It's being recorded. You can watch it back if you don't edit it out, can't you?
Ian's a bit worried he's going to get kicked out of Coffee Club.
Is it that bad?
It was.
Where's your bandana, Joanne? Have you
Yeah, I've only just got the mud off.
Yeah, we were just saying that then. I think I was washing for like a week, which I should be washing anyway, let's be honest. But I mean, I was finding patches.
Have you got out your hair, Ali?
It took several washes, Joe. I swear to God, it was not coming out. It was completely matted in there. I think it was more the green one than the mud, to be fair.
Oh, it was awful.
Brilliant. Neve, is your joke worse than Ian's?
I haven't got one at the minute. I'll be fair. All the ones that I've heard in the last couple of days they're not on par. Mine are a bit naughty though, because I only ever hear them off nurses. So you can imagine the level of
okay.
that you hear.
Brilliant. Joanne, have you got any jokes?
I'm afraid no. I think I'm totally drained of any.
This is the one day I didn't come with any.
Oh no.
Ian's the start of the show, so you have to listen back.
I win joke of the day then. That's good.
Brilliant. How's everyone's week gone? Has it gone well? It's been a great week. So.
Great week.
Yeah, good week. Been really stuffy. It's been quite funny this week because last week everyone was moaning that like, oh, it's flipping summer's over. All I've heard this week is too hot. Wait, for God's sake. What do you want? Debbie, yeah, not as planned, but not bad. Good. Not that it didn't go as planned, but good that you showed up. Charlotte, let us know how your week gone. Ian, how did you get on this week? All right.
Well, you know, my perpetual gripe about the temperature in Total Fitness. It's just
that's been uncomfortable this week.
Did all my workouts, so that was good.
I like to think that it's just challenged me in a different way this week. Definitely sweated more so than necessary. It definitely adds to the intensity. I went for a run in it the other day. That was a stupid idea. I'm probably running this. I don't know how you guys did. I bet the probably only blessing about Tough Mudder was the water obstacles.
Yeah, the ice one was not cold, I can assure you.
The first time I ever did Tough Mudder, it used to be it was the end of November. And when I jumped in, so you have to slide in and that this time. Initially, you jump in and dive under, but you had to jump, it froze. You had to jump through ice. And when I came out the other side, I had brain freeze. It was that cold. Like single-handedly the worst experience of my life. But
they were chucking the bags of ice in, but it was too hot. Yeah.
Well, it's not always a bad thing. Trust me. Like that was the worst obstacle at that time. The amount of people that on that day, the amount of people that they were pulling, people were jumping in and going into shock, and they were pulling them out.
Oh my God.
It was a real tough one. Brilliant. Okay, so
what funny?
What was that?
That was my computer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hello.
I can't get it to not say what I'm typing. And I was just trying to get my screen to get a bit larger. So every time I hit certain buttons, it says certain words.
Brilliant.
And Apple's meant to be unfoolable.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Technology. Right. Okay, cool. So I try and share a bit of a theme this week, every week. Try and help resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. And I always like to think these are just going to get you thinking a little bit differently. And there's always, I like to think in life, there's always two ways that things can go. Okay, it can obviously go really bad, or it can go really good. Would you agree? Obviously, there's a fine line in between, but it can go terribly, the extreme is, or it can go excellent. Do you know what I mean? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. That's my wisdom. Have a good Sunday. Well,
Thanks,
keep it
Bob.
short and sweet. No, honestly not. Okay, so I had that experience yesterday. Like, my mum doesn't live here, but she's got like a house here that she's trying to sell. She lives like down London way, which is like chaos. She messaged me in the week. She's like, I'm gonna pop up on the weekend to cut the lawn. Like, Mum, I'll cut the lawn for you, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? Don't come up. And like I said, she's in the middle of selling it, and her front lawn is like one of those lawns that like you share. Do you know what I mean? There's like an imaginary boundary. Like, no word of a lie, I lived in a house once, and like probably more than 2/3 of the lawn was ours, and like no, was theirs, and ours was like this much. And the guy got up in the morning and like cut his, but left that much. It was probably thinner than the width of his lawnmower, and he left it. Anyway, yeah, funny. Anyway, I was that guy yesterday. I turned up at my mum's. Okay, she's like, "Oh, can you cut the lawn?" I was like, yeah. Turned up. I wasn't just cutting the lawn. Like, my lawnmower is not powerful enough for the size of this lawn. It's like, Jesus. I turned up in jeans, a beige t-shirt, took Polly. I was like, "Come on, Polly, we're just gonna cut my mum's garden." It was like a huge job. It was 1,000 degrees outside as well, and like, let's just say I was sweating. I ended up having to take my top off to mow the lawn. So I was that guy that been walking around mowing the lawn with my top off. I was like, for God's sake. By the time I got to the front of the house, it was an even bigger job. Okay. Polly was moaning, like I was hot and bothered, sweaty. Like, I went there in like sandals. So I was even doing it like barefoot. Like, it was just an absolute joke. So I did my half. Okay, just because I don't live there, I was like, it was exactly half. And I was like, I don't know the deal. I also didn't want to walk in front of their house. They were sat in there with my top off and then be like, who's this guy? And Polly was there. And to be honest, it was a little bit of laziness as well. I was done. It was too hot. I was like, I'm not mowing theirs as well. Anyway, I finished. I put the lawnmower away and I sat in the back garden because it was shady. And I was like, right, I'm just going to sit here with Polly and just like de-sweat so I can put my t-shirt back on and go home. The next door neighbor came round with his like, all guns blazing, like kicking off of me. Like I could tell he wanted like a reaction from me as well. Initially, I was like confused. I thought he was like saying hi, you new neighbors, but he was like kicking off that I'd only cut my half and not his. And I tried explaining that like I don't live there. I was doing my mum a favor. Obviously, I've got my top off. I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was. And like Polly was like being Polly, like a toddler was, and like he wasn't listening to me. Like, he just wasn't impressed. Okay. And like I said, like I could tell he wanted a reaction as well. And like the child in me really wanted to kick off as well. But my daughter was watching. I explained the situation. He could see I had a daughter with me. And I just told him I'd finished the job. Okay, no drama. And I could see that when I said that, he wasn't expecting that from me. Like, he was like, sorry to say, like a typical Wrexham, like, I want to fight guy. And I was like, I had my top off, flipping hell, but he could tell he wanted something, and I was like, okay, I'll just cut the lawn. That's fine. That was it. And I pivoted it in my favor. I unpacked the lawnmower, gave my daughter a snack. I got her to sit outside his house, and I did an even better job than mine, to be honest, which is a bit annoying. Despite being hot and bothered, I actually ended up feeling better for doing that because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted a reaction, okay? And I knew there was never any malice in what I did. I didn't think like, I'm purposely going to be that guy. It was just genuinely like what I did. Okay. I didn't think any bad of it. and like I said, I pivoted the decision in my favor, and it didn't ruin my day. It only ruined it a little bit because I was really polite, and the child in me wanted to react badly. But I was proud of how I did react, and I'm only telling you this because you may have come across a situation like that in the last week, like with a friend, with a colleague, with your boss, and you may not have reacted how you could have. Okay, and essentially, when you reacted, it did ruin your day. Like, it ruined the choices you made, the actions you took. Maybe you didn't go to the gym. Maybe you had a takeaway because you couldn't be asked because you were really stressed. Okay. What I want you to realize is you're actually in a lot more control than you realize. And it does start with how you react to the things that trigger you. Okay. Don't be a puppet. Okay. Like, be the master, like, control the situation. Like I said, I could have reacted and given him what he wanted. The lawn wouldn't have been mowed. Like, he would have kicked off. Polly would have seen that. It wouldn't have solved anything. Instead, I mowed the lawn, and he went in feeling like a bit of an idiot, to be honest. And I want you to realize that if you deal with stressful situations like that, okay, it's going to completely change your life because you won't let it impact the rest of your day. Yes, it's grinding on me that I didn't react how the child wanted to, but I felt better for doing that. I was in control, didn't ruin anything else. So just wanted a little bit of an insight as to what your thoughts are on that. Well, am I the bad guy? No, but in it really, like, in terms of the point of the share, like, can you resonate with that in any way, shape, or form? Maybe with something this week yourself.
Yeah, definitely, Rob. Sorry, I'm late. I've been running actually again this morning. But what I've noticed is that if I make a bad decision, like let's just say, maybe sometimes it's reacting to something, sometimes it might be I just don't do my fitness in the morning. That tends to have a knock-on effect with what decisions I make throughout the rest of the day. So that definitely resonates with me, and it's been part of this week as well, which is why I forced myself to go for a run this morning.
Yeah, awesome, James. Love it. Yeah, it's like, and I was generally thinking this one, what can I share? And that just came to mind because we all go through them sort of things. And like I said, I could have flipped that the other way. I'm pretty sure he was quite a handy guy as well. He wanted to kick off with me. I'm a lover, not a fighter either. I was just like, but I was just like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? And straight away, he went in with his tail between his legs, and like, his lawn looks better than mine now. But like, you can easily control the situation in your favor. And a few I know have messaged me. They've had struggles with work this week, and we've spoke, and they've put a pivot in their favor. It could have gone the other way. Like I said, there's always two ways a decision could go. Like, you can kick off with the person, the boss, the scenario, achieve nothing, or you can just be like, oh well, like, let's just crack on with what we're going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, so yeah, unfortunately, that came off the back of me doing what I said I'd never do. I'd never be that guy that just cut my half of the lawn. But that allowed me to learn a lesson. So, yeah. So when I go,
when was that? Was it this week?
That was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday that was.
So is this? So I missed the beginning. So was that your mum's neighbour?
Yeah. So basically, my mum sold a house, selling her house. Sorry, she doesn't live here. So I said I'd cut the lawn for her. I used to live there, and I always used to cut it all. But when I got there, I was dead hot and bothered. I went there with jeans and stuff, and my daughter, and it was a huge job. It wasn't just cutting the lawn. Like my lawnmower nearly couldn't cut the lawn. Like, it was a big job. By the time I got to the front lawn, like, I was like, I just wanted to go home. So I just did my half, packed it all up. I was de-sweating before I went home. And then he came out and kicked off that I'd only cut. And I was trying to explain to him, I don't live here. I don't know the deal. I also don't want, I've got my top off. Don't want to walk around in front of your garden. And I don't know, do a terrible job. I've got my daughter moaning at me. I was making excuses as well, but it's because I was really hot and bothered. I just didn't want to do it.
I have to say, he's quite a brave guy.
Yeah, I think that.
He came round. I think so. Basically, he wasn't there. He wasn't there when I was cutting the lawn. He'd come from a food shop. So when I came round with the lawnmower after he kicked off. He was unpacking the car, so he'd come home and seen that only half the lawn was cut, and he'd come round proper kick, like guns blazing at me, and I was only sat there trying to like de-sweat. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? I don't live here." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, sorry. Like,
You'd never have done that to your mum.
yeah.
Never.
It's just, but yeah. Anyway,
Was he,
I
was he
think
up-
probably,
How
You
long,
know-
Rob? How long did it look like it had been not cut for? Because it didn't look like he's done it all before then, by the sounds of it. If it was
no,
a
that's
big
what I
job.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
he was saying to me, I always cut it, but I was like, it looked terrible.
Yeah. When was the last time he did it?
Yeah. But I didn't say, I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, okay, like, fine. Do you know what I mean? I just couldn't. I was really hot anyway. I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, okay.
No point with people like that, is
Yeah,
it?
that's what I mean. But I could just tell the type of person that really wanted that from me. But like my reasons, like I said to him, there's no malice. Like I don't want to walk in front of, like, if I'm in my garden now and there's a guy just walking in my garden with his top off, I'd be like, what are you doing here? Get out of my house. I didn't want to do that with him as well. Obviously I don't know if he's got kids. Anyway, brilliant. But yeah, turned that into a bit of a lesson. But yeah, I was honestly, like, it took everything for me to just react, but it just goes to show it can go one way and it'll achieve nothing. I've got to keep cutting the lawn there until my mum sells the house, so I've got to go back in a couple of weeks anyway. But it's gonna, well, he might actually cut it this time. But I just want you to realize that this week you can flip things. I mean, ask how you can flip it. How can you, like, be the master rather than be the puppet? Do you know what I mean? Like, control it in your favor. Cool. Has anyone got any shares or lessons from this last week themselves, or any asks? No, all good in the hood. We have got Sunday. Who's talking then? All good. Yeah. On Sunday next week, we have got a meetup in a gym. The same one we went to last time. So the last one was great.
Is that the one on Roast Nesney Road?
Yeah, same place. I've rented the facility. If you've got kids, bring them if you want. Do you know what I mean? I've rented it all. There's a nice space for them. Pretty chilled out. I'm going to try and work on everything this time, technique and stuff. Have a nice bit of a coffee, play some games, work on some technique, and finish with like a nice team workout. But yeah, it'd be good to see you there.
Can we get the address again?
Yeah, I'll put it all in the group this week and stuff. That's what I'll do this week. I'll put everything up. Same place and stuff. Same vibe. Start at 9. We're really good. I think we were done by 1:45 last time. We had a great workout. Had some coffee. Start at 9. Get moving by 1:30. And yeah, just a good little vibe. But yeah, be good to see you there. And then the month after, doing Snowdon. If anyone fancies a
What
challenge.
date, Snowdon?
21st. It's like a Saturday, I think. That weekend, 21st-ish. Gonna leave. So this guy I work with, he's like, this will be reassurance for you. So he rescues people off Snowdon. It's his job.
All right.
He's leading us up. He's fire and rescue. So he's
Right, to setting the tone there, Rob, or
I just want to know you're safe.
preservation is key.
But last time, no one died. No one died. Everyone
That was a
got up and
bonus.
down. So we had no losses. But Ryan came with us last time. He's a great guy. He knows the route and stuff. So we're gonna meet at his fire station, walk up from the fire station, and then back down. So I think we're gonna start at like we're gonna start at 8. Last time we started when everyone got there. I'm gonna say, right, we're starting at 8. Wiggle right here. I mean, clinical. Get to the top, take a selfie, and then go back down. Hopefully, like, if the weather's like this, I might just sack it off. Equally, if it's torrential downpour, I might sack it off. But hopefully the weather's gonna be nice and overcast, nice and cool for us, because it's end of October. But yeah, we could see you there. Other than that, guys, let's have some reflective questions. What's the one thing people are gonna stop doing this week? Let's have a full house.
I need some structure. I've worked out.
Need some structure.
I definitely need in my day. I need structure. So I've just dropped down to a 4-day week.
Okay.
Not yesterday. Friday was my first day of my 4-day.
Okay.
I had no plans, and so I felt the need to just graze all day, and I didn't. I stopped myself,
Yeah.
but I definitely need to have something there to stop myself from wondering about it.
Yeah.
Because nobody ever grazes on fruit
Yeah.
unless they're on a mission.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could have smashed all the kids' school snacks and everything, but I was like, I just need to not be here.
Yeah.
Now.
It sounds like we can get you back in the gym, or get out, do some of your runs again, or even give you a mission.
Nothing with pressure changes. I'm down.
Book a goal. I will be in touch.
Well, I moved my Tough Mudder to March.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give it up. When you said put it in the group, I was like, no, I'll keep
go.
hold of it.
Oh,
So,
where's that at?
Liverpool.
Oh,
Well
sweet.
done.
Nice.
Well, from hearing you,
When's that? In March, is it?
March. I'll put the link.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was looking at one. I didn't realize there's one in March. I know there's one in Manchester in July.
Yeah, there's one in March, and then there's another one. It's not the official Tough Mudder thing. It's a different one that it's the same idea as, and I think it's called. Oh, I've got the flyer for it. I'll take a picture and put it in the group. But anyway, there's
It's not
one.
like Spartan something, is it? That sort of. I
No,
know.
but it's I can't remember what it's called. It's in not Colomendy. Up in Tattenhall.
Okay.
Anyway, it's one of them. But I will put the link up for the one in March that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that sounds good. It'd be nice and cold as well in March.
Well, that was some of my thoughts, and I even thought about you like yesterday running. And I thought I'd die.
Oh, bless you.
It was all right, to be fair. There's that many obstacles that there isn't that much running, was there, Joe?
Not even that. It was the heat.
Yeah.
To be honest, because you're queuing though for the obstacles for a while, you are in the heat, but you get your breath back, and it wasn't as horrific as I thought it was going to be.
That's it.
That's because you're on the other side of it, though.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't help that the first word of Tough Mudder is tough.
Yeah.
My friend
They're
said
setting
this
the tone,
morning.
aren't they?
My friend said this morning she doesn't remember the obstacle where the bus hit her. That's how we all feel this morning.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think if it was easy mudder, I think people would be a bit more inclined to give it a go.
It was packed out there, to be fair, though, wasn't it, Joe?
Say that again.
It was packed out there, to be fair.
Unbelievable. Yeah, good
It's a massive day. The thing is, it even bigger. Like when it used to just be one, it used to just be like the big run, but now there's like, I think there's a 5, there's a 10, there's a kids, there's the big one. It's just a massive. It's like a big festival, and people camp over there. We have like the world's toughest mudder where they do it for 24 hours. It's just a massive day.
Yeah, we had the Infinity Runners that were going round. Yeah.
And they just keep running. It's mad times. I'm just like, have you not got somewhere to be?
Can I just say though, it's not 5K. It was 6.9.
Yeah, that's it. They even the 15K is not 15K. It's like just to make you feel better. You might as well just done the bigger one. Brilliant, awesome. Okay, so what's everyone doing for fun this week? Schedule some fun in. You got any fun planned? If you haven't,
Got a week off.
A week off, nice. Let's hope the
I've
weather's.
got a big party to go to today. Yay!
Yay. We had one yesterday.
And so did we. With
Oh,
two.
right.
Yeah, we had one yesterday at like 9:20. And then we took the kids to Aber Falls near
Okay.
Colwyn Bay. So that's like that was a nice 4 mile
What's the
walk.
gin
as well.
distillery?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's Neve's first thought.
So I'm not
Yeah,
on the
right.
alcohol at the minute either.
No, it's a really nice walk. I was like one of my little girls as well. She just took to climbing up rocks really, really well. So that's something that I can do with her now. So that's cool.
Have you ever been to the boardroom?
No.
Take her to the boardroom. It's literally up the road. You know where that is, don't you, Neve? That's your sort of vibe.
My friends own it.
Oh,
They
it's,
just
it's
opened one down in London as well.
yeah, it's incredible. Like it's rock climbing, but they do a great thing for kids, and Like it's just they got a great.
I think there's one just round the corner from me. There's down in Pentry. There's a climbing place, so gonna take it there. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they got great coffee and really good brownies. That's what sold me, to be honest. The rock climbing is all right, but brownies and coffee have got me. Brilliant, awesome, cool. That's it, guys. I'm gonna love you and leave you. We have one more game today, maybe. Ian,
Good luck.
what do you think? Is it going to be a win?
No, we're confident today. I think. Rob, sorry, you got next Sunday as well.
Nothing to lose, have we? Everything to gain. So
Nope. That's right.
got to have this awkward conversation. Steph was like, "If you win today, what does that mean?" I was like, "It means we've got another game."
So what happens if you win today? Do you get into the playoffs? Is it or?
Well, we're in the playoffs. We just go through.
Oh
to the
right,
next
I didn't
round,
know.
but I retired 3 weeks ago.
That's right.
My son's had he's at his first ever rugby game today playing.
Oh,
He
brilliant.
left just as we started, so I'm going to go up and see them as soon as we're done.
I remember my first rugby match. My mum came to watch. I think I ended up in an ambulance, so I went to hospital. My mum was a mess. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like, she couldn't come watch me after that.
Oh,
That's
really?
what he wants to hear, Rob.
But it,
Yeah, it is.
how old
What
was I?
happened if you,
How old were you when you
That was
started?
about a year ago. No, it wasn't.
Oh, really? You've done well. You've progressed really well.
Rob,
Rob,
that was
what
about
happens if,
about 8 or
Okay.
9, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's Rory. Rory's 10.
Yeah.
Rob, are you still going to retire if they get promoted?
I had that conversation with Steph. So if we get promoted, I've got to give it another go in Championship, haven't
Yeah, definitely. definitely.
But I said Steph was not like that wasn't even in the conversation, so I don't know.
God.
Yes.
You might be getting the divorce papers ready.
I've got to weigh it up. Right. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Leave me,
Yeah.
drop me a message.
Nice seeing you all.
See you later, bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye-bye.